if you really want to know why I'm excited, I'll tell you. I'll tell you why I'm excited. It's because my hair in a ponytail. It's in a ponytail. It's in a ponytail. It's in a ponytail. Did you know this? Okay, I told y'all I was going to act a fool when it could fit the ponytail, baby. Just let me get a puff on top of my head. Y'all ain't going to know Dr. Hood then, okay? Okay. Let's start the show.
You're listening to the Lovish Podcast, and I'm your host, Dr. Sita Hood, vision architect and licensed therapist. Each week, I'm going to help you to develop the belief and strategy necessary to make an immediate impact on the world by deep diving into topics like mental wellness, faith, relationships, and you guessed it, love. I should mention before we hop into the show, this is not a substitute for a relationship with a licensed therapist. You ready? Let's get it.
Welcome back for another episode of the Lovish Podcast. I am your host, Dr. Sita Hood, vision architect and licensed therapist. What's in your mug this morning, honey? What you sipping on, huh? I have been sipping on the Starbucks Frappuccino Minis, and I can't even hold you. They've had me in a chokehold. But today we were kind of in a bit of a rush, so we doubled back to our bestie's house and grabbed the pumpkin cream chai tea latte. That's who's bae today. That's who's on set with us today. And of course, we always got to have a water cup nearby. So we got a water cup. We got the 24K cup, the $1 Million Mogul mug nearby. Okay. Emotionally, we're feeling good. We had a rough couple of weeks there, maybe a week and a half there, and we had our heart to heart, right? So now I'm feeling fully restored. This is why I love the 4D concept and the wellness measurement scale, but we're not talking about that right now. We'll tap into that another time. Anyway, I wanted to talk to you about resources. So what is a resource? We all know this, but just to bring some further clarification, because your girl loves words, okay? What's a resource? A resource is an action. It's a strategy. It's a stock of supplies or money or materials or staff or basically assets. That is what a resource is.
Thank you, Google. Shout out to Google.
That's what a resource is. So whatever you do in life requires resources. It requires connections. It requires something, okay? I want you to consider that essential element that you use every single day. Maybe you use it in work. Maybe you use it in your house. It's a resource that really makes your life run smoother. I want you to picture that thing, and I want you to think about what you had to do to get that thing, right? So for example, if I am working, one of my resources is my laptop. I need my laptop, period. To do this podcast, I needed this mic. So a resource is a tool, it's assets, it's something practical, right? I do want to talk about both the practical, as in people, places, things, but a little bit of spiritual, because there's some mental that goes along with that too, some mental resources that have to be in place. But bottom line, we need resources. We use resources every single day. Okay. And if I could tell you one of the top compliments that I receive from like family, friends, clients, whatever, they're always like, how did you find this? I'm like really good at finding resources, right? I'd be like, wait, you said you need what? Even if I don't know anything about what the person is doing, I'm a deep dive. I'm going to do some research and tap into whatever it is they need. So finding resources, having resources, that's my specialty. And it needs to be one of your specialties as well. So I want to talk to you about 5 resources that every ambitious woman needs so that she can shift into her next or maintain as she is moving on to her next. But first, we're going to have a word from our sponsor for this episode.
Meet me poolside in Arizona? You're tired of feeling alone and trapped in a cycle of mediocrity. You're tired of constantly juggling all the things to work in a job where you have no control over the work you do. And if one more person tells you just how easy it is to manifest your dreams, you are going to scream. You don't want to keep complaining because you know you're really blessed, but you just feel really miserable where you are and terrified to take the first step. That's why we're here. We're the Million Collective Inc., and we're going to help you ditch your notebook and launch your project in as little as 3 months. It's time to unlock the boldest version of you. No more $1 million ideas trapped in your notebooks or in the notes section of your phone. Deep down, you know you've got the genius, the tenacity, and the boldness to bring this project to life. But right now, the path there feels clouded with self-doubt. You want a clear step-by-step strategy to make this project a reality. You want to connect with other bold dreamers just like you. You want a launch strategy that leaves people ecstatic about your project release date. And you want to escape hustle culture, knowing the work that you do makes a difference. We're looking to partner with you. Join 24K Vision, a 90-day accelerator for audacious visionaries to ditch their notebooks and launch their project. Need the quick details? 90 days of support, accountability, and hot seat consulting on our group calls, a 4-day immersive, intimate weekend experience at the Andes Luxury Resort and Spa in Scottsdale, Arizona, 6 months of access to the 24K Club to connect with other audacious visionaries, access to our signature system, the Visionary Blueprint, and so much more. This is not just another program. It is a blueprint and a launch strategy, and we can't wait to partner with you to make your dreams a reality. Go ahead and click the link in the show notes or below this video to learn more.
Resource number 5 is going to be books. It is not a lie when they tell you that reading books is $1 million habit, because wisdom is wedged in between the pages of books. It's not a lie when they tell you that books have hidden knowledge inside of them. And now there are so many ways to access books. If you don't want to sit down and physically read a book, you can listen to a book. And if you don't want to listen to a book and you don't necessarily want to hold a book, but you want to have a plethora of books, you can have a Kindle. If you don't want to buy a Kindle, then you can have a Kindle app on your phone. But there's so many ways to access books. So there's a wealth of knowledge inside of books. Reading one book can change your day, your life, your whole trajectory of your life. Reading several books can catapult you light years ahead of the competition. Now, who would I be if I wouldn't put you on game? I told you I got you with the resources, right? Okay, so grab a pen and paper because I'm about to give you some books that you need to read, okay? If you haven't read these books, you need to tap into these books. These are life-changing books. I've never run into anybody who has read any of these books and said, that didn't do much for me. It's a lie, honey. It's a lie. So here we go. Book number 1, Believe Bigger, Marshawn Evans Daniels. Hey, Marshawn. We love Marshawn. We have Marshawn's whole collection. I have showed y'all that on my social media. We have Relational Intelligence, book number 2, and book number 3, Your Purpose is Calling. Both of those books are by Dr. Darius Daniels. Hi, Dr. Daniels. If you see this, love your work, follow your YouTube page. You are my mentor. Book number 1, Believe Bigger by Marshawn Evans Daniels. And then 2 and 3, Relational Intelligence and Your Purpose is Calling by Dr. Darius Daniels. Atomic Habits by James Clear. That book, life-changing. literally life-changing. The Total Money Makeover, another life-changing book. And The Total Money Makeover is by Dave Ramsey. I think most people just listen to or watch all of their shows, their information, follow them on social media, etc., but they never really tapped into their books. And if you started reading the book, this is your sign to get back to the book. Like, finish the book. There's so much inside of all of these books that can transform the way that you do life. I read The Total Money Makeover probably when I had been married like 3 or 4 years. I was younger, because I'm still young, period. I was younger, and my finances were nowhere near where they are now, because I was just starting off in life, right? My husband and I were just starting off. We had our first baby together, and it was tight. Okay, it was tight. It was tight, honey. Okay, tight. So reading The Total Money Makeover really shifted the way that I saw money, the way that I viewed money, the way that I viewed opportunities to make money. And so I'm grateful for that. And then I think the next book from this list that I read was Atomic Habits. Now, I have always been a person of habit, so it was really good. Some of the things that James Clear says in the book I was already doing, but there was still a lot of new, fresh information that my brain could use. So even if you're a person who thinks that you have really good habits, you think you manage your money well, you think you have really good intelligence, you think you're tapped into all of that, read the books. Okay, read the books. I am 100% sure that you can still glean something from the books. And when you're just following their social media accounts, you're just getting a version of them. You're not truly soaking up the wisdom. One of the things that Dr. Daniel says in his book, Your Purpose is Calling, is that your mentor, you can have a mentor even without having ever met them, right? Like, and I really loved and latched onto that concept, which is why I'm like, hey, Dr. Daniels, you're my mentor, because he talked about in his book that you can tap into all they have available. Like, they've written these books, they put out these videos, they do all of those things to be a resource to multiple people, because it's impossible to mentor a whole lot of people all at once and give each person individual attention. But you can digest that information on your own. So I am a firm believer in books as a resource, and you have a life-changing experience when you tap into the books. Number 4, you need tools to make your life smoother. One of the tools that I use is a stock photo subscription. So shout out to Pixie Stock. Hi, Alicia. I'm just going to say hi to people just in case they ever see this episode. But a stock photo subscription, if you're the one that's doing your social media and you are a creative CEO and you like to do those things, but you also need to make your life simpler, you need things to be smooth in transition. Grocery delivery service. Shout out to you, Shipped, because it's going to go to Shipped, okay? And I know that some people are like, this stuff is irrelevant. It's extra money that I don't need to necessarily spend. Time is money. Time is money. Time is literally money. I want you to think about the last time that you went to the grocery store. How long did it take you in the grocery store? And using a service like grocery delivery, Ship, actually saves you money in reality, because when you go on the site, 9 times out of 10, you're just looking up what it is you need. You're super focused on finding exactly what you need. When you're in the stores are set up to sell to you. And sometimes I like when Target sells to me. I love walking in and being like, oh, I just came for a couple of people. Ooh, that's cute. Look at that new set. Like, this is what the stores are designed to do. So when you use a service like this, not only are you saving time, but you are also likely saving money. Laundry delivery services. So just tap into tools that actually make your life easier. Even if you're not quite ready to do laundry delivery, definitely try Shipped, because some people think that Shipped is a waste of time, and it's a lie. It's a lie. When you have a day that is moving rather briskly and you have things that you want to accomplish and you have a long list and you still want to be a fully present mom, you still want to be a fully present wife, whatever the case is, you still want to make book club, bowling, the bowling ball competition later on, like you have to invest in stuff like this. Sometimes I don't have time to go to the grocery store, not even for a drive up. And I do drive up pretty often. So I pay for convenience because convenience makes my life easier. And I would say that convenience and paying for tools like Shipt is the number one way that I'm able to manage all the things. It's a small cost, in my opinion, for my time, my sanity, and for things to run smoothly. So a ambitious woman looking to elevate her lifestyle has to have books, quality books that pour into her, that catapult the direction of her life. And she needs to have tools that make her life smoother. Speaking of things running smoothly, number 3 is going to be systems and strategies. A system or strategy is just a plan of action, right? What systems do you have in place that support your journey now and help you to maintain your lifestyle or help you to elevate your lifestyle? So maybe you're not exactly where you want to be in the future, but you need a system or a strategy to help carry you there gently, right? Because likely if you try to make a huge jump from where you are, you'll end up falling backwards. And then you'll end up getting into the failure nook and all these other things. So you have to have systems. One of the systems that I have in my life that helps my life run smoother is Shetrition. Shetrition is a membership community created by Chantel Taylor, a nutritionist. Hey, Chantel, boo, how you doing? I love her, but it's a nutritionist and she helps you to drink your water, mind your business, and keep your family and you eating healthy. How does she do that? She has core trainings where you learn how to properly eat. You learn certain things about food like balance, carbs, proteins, fats, all the questions that you have. So it's a good place if you want to lose, maintain, gain weight in a healthy way, and you want to do it with the nutritionist and guided help. There's the option for the guided help. She also has meal plans that are already prepared. Come on. And not just the meal plans, honey, but the recipes are attached as well. Come on. And not just the recipes are attached as well, but she has done for you cards. Come on. I mean, it literally can't get any easier than that. So if you choose a meal plan, you add it to there, and then you click on the cart, boom, you go to your Target account, all your groceries are already loaded in there. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, Chantel, for making our lives easier. So that is one of the systems that I use to stay healthy. For me, the membership is 100% worth it. Strategies that I use. I'm sorry, y'all. This garbage truck has been like doing his thing for like the past 2 to 3 minutes. If it's throwing off the sound a little bit, I do apologize. We're going to push through. We're going to push through, okay? Oh, there we go. A little bit less loud. Okay. Strategies I use all the time. Definitely time management strategies. I have very specific strategies that I use to command my day, and I teach that to my 24K clients because most of the clients that I serve in 24K Vision are women like you that are ambitious, have dreams, goals, visions. They're responsible for a lot of things, and they need a maintenance plan, a management plan, systems, strategies to help them be able to show up authentically and fully and with joy in every single one of their roles. So the 4D concept is a major strategy that I use, and it's a core framework for how I live my life. The 4D concept is 4 domains and how they impact our overall wellness: mental, spiritual, physical, and financial. All of those areas weigh in. And based on that concept, then we have a wellness measurement scale. And I try to live my life according to the 4D concept and the wellness measurement scale. So people always ask me, how do you function? How do you get so many things done? And we all got the same amount of time. That's how. I have systems and strategies. So number 5, books. Number 4, tools. Number 3, systems and strategies. Coming in hot And number 2, a supportive squad. Hands down, this is going to be at the top of the list. Come on now. You knew I was going to say this. You knew. Come on, honey. You knew. Okay. You knew I was going to say this because it is of vital importance. You cannot do this by yourself. You get exhausted, you get tired, you need encouragement, you get overwhelmed, you feel sad. Who's going to pour into you if you don't have anybody? That hurts my heart to think about you that way. So you need a supportive squad. And if you don't have a supportive squad, I'm going to invite you to the Abundant Life Society because we love to love on people. You're going to check the link in the show notes or the link down below this video in the description. And I would love to have you join us. That's completely free. And if you want to elevate beyond that, I would, of course, love to support you and love on you and pour into you at 24K Weekend, which is part of 24K Vision. Come on in. Come on in. It's a 4-day immersive experience with like-minded women, creative dope, just like you, somebody else planning your vacation. Come on, who doesn't want that? That's what's happening with 24K Weekend. And then you get to spend 90 days with me afterwards where we hone in and tackle whatever it is you need to work on to elevate your lifestyle. Okay? You want to come through? Come on. That's also in the show notes or in the description box below. And coming in hotter than number 2 is going to be your faith, honey. Come on, you knew that was coming too. If you have faith the size of a mustard seed, you can move mountains. Even atheists have faith, right? You got to believe that this version that you see in your head, this life you keep envisioning, is actually possible for you. You have to believe that your vision can actually become a reality. So at the very least, atheists, that's what you got to believe. You got to have faith that it can happen. Now, for my Christian girls, for the women that love the Lord, the women that want to serve the Lord wholeheartedly in everything they do, the women that want to show up authentically as themselves according to the way they were handcrafted in heaven. You know the Holy Spirit gonna carry you through. You know that. So you have to keep your faith up, your belief up. You have to be careful what you are intaking into your eyes, into your ears. Even some well-meaning people can throw you off track, but you got to keep your faith up in this process.
It's time to talk about what I've been loving. Product recommendations, shout outs to family and friends, and overall gratitude. Let's get into it.
Hey, welcome back for another What I've Been Loving. This week, I have been loving the Barbie sweatshirt. Yes. I know y'all can't really see Barbie. Let's see. I don't want to throw off my... We've been loving this Barbie shirt. We've been loving this Barbie shirt. It's a Barbie sweatshirt that I got from Target. Shout out to you, Target, doing your thug nizzle. This was one of the times I did not order my groceries online. I went in and I was like, oh, I'm just here for groceries. Target, okay, Barbie shirt with the mixture of cultures and hair types and skin colors. We love that. We love that for you, Target. Okay. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, share the love. Share with your mama, share with your auntie, share with your best friend. Then head on over to Apple Podcasts and leave us a 5-star review. Reviews help the podcast to grow. Well, that's all I have for you this week. I'll see you out in these social media streets. Bye!